All right, it is time. It's time for our first big summon video. We've got quite a few shards. I went ahead and grabbed the Transcendence pack because I just thought that would be a fun way to end the summon session. So we're getting a NAT 5 today, no matter what. Beyond that, we've got a legendary scroll. We do have enough pieces to get one light dark scroll. We've got 5 of each attribute and then 116 mysticals. So hopefully this goes well. I also went ahead and claimed my blessing, because I figured it would be nice for a lot of the newer players that are going to be watching this to see how a blessing works. A blessing is much nicer later in the game, I think, when it's a little bit more likely that you're going to pull dupes, because a blessing, when you pull a NAT 5, you pull 2 NAT 5s and you get to pick which one you want. So it makes it less likely you'll get a dupe. I thought about saving it till later, but I figured we could go ahead and do it now. You can craft blessings too. You don't only have to buy them. I don't remember exactly where you do it, but somewhere you can craft a blessing, and you do it with duplicate champions, I believe. I think you have to feed in a NAT 5. I don't remember. I honestly don't know why. I don't know where it is either. Yeah, that's strange that I don't know where it is. I thought it was in here somewhere, but I know you can craft a blessing. Maybe it's a different building. Anyway, we'll address that later when we get to it. It's been a while since I've seen all this stuff. Also, I want to kind of go through this. This might be a little bit of a longer summon video than we'll typically do, but because I know I have a lot of new players watching, I want to go through and kind of talk about champs, just what I remember of them as I pull them, so that you can also kind of get some information as we go through. So we're going to take a little bit more time during this summon video than we typically would. But again, I know I've brought quite a few new people over, and I want to give a little bit of feedback on the champions as I pull them, just what I remember, so that hopefully it can be helpful. So let's go ahead and jump in. I will do 10 pops. We'll turn on the new monster rate up because I figure why not? And let's see how it goes. See what we get here. And if like I said, if we pull anybody that I think stands out, we'll stop for a minute and talk about them. But otherwise, we'll just keep it rolling. I don't know much about that one yet. There's no one in here that I think is particularly interesting, so we'll just keep it going. I have pulled a couple of NAT 5s already. I haven't done any giant summon sessions yet. I've just been a little bit lucky. I did buy the starter pack and a couple of packs early on, but I haven't done like a giant session. So we have Leo and Praha already, and they're both great, and I'm gonna get a lot out of them, but I haven't, neither one of them like blow my mind yet. You know what I mean? Was that a skill up? Was that another fire Ivor? I did talk a little bit about the champs too in another video, but I figure as we go through, we'll just mention. Again here, no one that's particular. I heard Fire Harpy was also pretty good, and this guy turns into Randy. He can also be pretty interesting. I think that's Randy. I think I used to use him in Guild Wars, maybe. I don't remember. I kind of hope we get a NAT 5 before we hit the Transcendent scroll. That would be kind of nice. We are summoning a lot of shards, but you know. Is that a Fire Lich? Wind Lich. Wind Lich is kind of interesting. Earlier game. All right, so the Wind Griffin here, that's Bernard. We've talked about Bernard. He's fantastic. You can farm him from the Tamor Desert. He's excellent. He's got turn meter boost. He's got speed boost. He's got attack down and defense down in the same skill on his A2. Great champion. Highly recommend that you get him and at least 5-star him. And then here you've got Bulldozer. He can do some pretty big damage. Bulldozer's pretty dope. And then the Water Shark, I seem like I remember being pretty good at some things. Decent damage dealer. Wind Lich is kind of fun, but I think he's a little bit more fun early game. You'll outgrow him fairly quickly. At least that's how it used to be. I don't know if that's still the case, but so far we're getting lightning every pull. We're getting a lot of Assassin's Creed champs today too, which is cool. I don't know much about them yet still, but we're getting them, and that's dope. All right, so we've got the Fire Elemental here. Kali can do some fantastic damage. I remember using Kali a lot in Guild Wars. And then Grim Reaper. I think he turns into Sath. I don't remember what he's good at, though. I just remember him being something. So if you get him, hang on to him. I mean, hang on to everyone anyway, but Sath, I remember being good at something very specific back in the day. Ooh, that's an amazing pull, actually. She's an amazing pull. That's the best pull of the day so far. I don't know much about these. I have the fire one as well. I don't know much about them. The fire one seems like there's a lot of potential. So this is Hua when she's awakened, and she is killer champion. She's so good. So if you get her, you've pulled a very solid champion. She's got some great turn meter manipulation. She can do pretty good damage. She's excellent in TOA. She's excellent in a few things. So if you get a Hua, you pulled a fantastic champion. This is Rena. She used to be a real problem to deal with. If you get a lot of resistance and a lot of HP on her, she's very hard to kill. She used to be very hard to kill. There's a lot of new champs in the game, so there's probably some mechanics that perhaps make her not as big of a problem anymore. But a tanky, high resistance Rena can stalemate a battle. At least back in the day, she could stalemate a battle very easily. And if you stalemate a battle, you lose a battle because you have to quit. All right. Black Tea Bunny, I don't know much about. Next to enemy. So we got beneficial effects. Block on A1 for 2 turns, which is nice. AoE reduces attack bar and attacks it once more to freeze them. If the attack bar is 0, you are guaranteed to freeze. That's pretty good, man. These Black Tea Bunnies seem like they're all... The 2 I've looked at anyway seem really good. Attacking the frozen enemy reduces the target's attack bar by 30% each. If the frozen enemy gains a turn, target's HP will be reduced by 10% each. Yeah, I don't even know what she's like awakened either, but they seem real good. That seems like a real problem. She seems like she's going to be fantastic for something like TOA. When you get up into the higher levels of TOA, wave control becomes very important, especially in TOA hard. So I think she's going to be really good for something like that. That's my first impression of her. Crowd control and like poisons. Loading up poisons are really effective in TOA. Oh, nice. He's fun. He's got some fun mechanics. He used to be... he got introduced into PvP close to around the time that I stopped playing because of his passive. I think it's such a roll of the dice whether or not you can kill him. And that presents a problem. If you've ever heard me talk about the way that I like to do PvP, especially with my defenses, I like to introduce as much RNG as I can into a defense because it just makes it that much harder to intentionally counter. And this guy has a passive that plays into that. I don't know if it's offsets the incoming damage that may cause you to die and increases your attack bar by 50%. It's only activated once in each turn. Right, there's a 50% chance that you're going to hit him and he's not going to die from it. And I've seen some very fun videos of him not dying for a long time. We've got Mav here. I talked about him in a video recently as well. Again, you might read his skills and not think he's anything special. I promise you he is. He is so freaking good. One of the best 3 stars in the game. If you get him, build him. He's so good. He's going to help you immensely in TOA as well as other areas in the game. He's a solid champion. Definitely build him. And then Rauk is a farmable champ. A lot of fun. I know YDCB really liked him way back in the day. Called him John Cena because he would I think it was because he did this and it looked like he was doing that when he gets a bunch of extra attacks with his A1. I'm not sure that's why he called him that, but he kind of became affectionately known as Cena in the community. So he's fun. He's really cool. You can do some fun stuff with him. I don't think he's meta. I don't think he's going to unlock any content for you, but he's a fun champ, all right? I've reached max limit. Let's I guess I could just let him keep going to the storage. I don't guess I see why not. Another we're pulling some Assassin's Creed champs today. I'm not really familiar with them all. Back-to-back lightning. Who we got there? Cannon Girl. Cannon Girl's a new one to me. I don't know. 3 in a row? Are we popping off? Who we got here? Ezio. What is going on? 4 lightnings in a row. She's also really good. We'll talk about her. I don't think I've ever seen 4 lightnings in a row. None of them are NAT 5s, but hey, take what you can get. All right, let's look at you real quick, see what you got going on. Attacks the enemy 2 times. All right, A1 defense down, kind of a low chance, but it's there. 3 times continuous damage. Triple hitter continuous damage is nice. Lots of continuous damage here. Okay. Something interesting there. Cannon Girl. A 3 hitter. Attack bar reduction. So right off the bat, I think going to be really good in Necro. Depending on the element. What is the element in Necro? Is it wind? I guess I don't know. I'll have to look. Attacks all enemies several times, decreasing their defense for 2 turns with a 50% chance. Attacks up to 8 times as the number of enemies is less. That's pretty interesting. I feel like there's probably something fun to do with that. And then a 38% attack lead in dungeons. Ignores all damage reduction effects. 2-hitter. Decrease its defense and attack bar. That's a solid skill. AoE. Lots of attack bar reduction. Okay, cool. And then she's really good. I remember her being solid. She's got glancing just like Chasun does, the wind one. Throws a fan to attack 3 times. Chance to remove beneficial effects. Increases the attack bar of all allies by 15% per beneficial effect removed. Damage proportionate to speed. And then she's got an AoE heal. And buff extension. And debuff shortening. All right. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. That was quite a 10 pop, man. All right, what do we got? I'm paying for it there. Paying for the good 10 pop. Wind Mammoth is the only one I think that stands out here. Wind Mammoth is kind of fun. Got a cleanse. Increases attack bar and a cleanse. Attack bar reduction. All the mammoths, I think, are pretty usable, honestly. Dude, it's raining beast hunters. I don't think there's anyone here that particularly stands out. I feel like the Fire Lizard Man is good for one of the newer dungeons. I think they give you him at some point for one of the dungeons, but I'm not familiar enough with the dungeon yet to have an opinion. Dagora's kind of fun early game. Has a cool revive mechanic when she's awakened. Beyond that, I don't think there's a ton going on there. I don't know anything about the he was in the upper right. I don't remember what he's called. Ooh, Water Heart Magician's a fantastic pull. Water Heart Magician's real good. She's real good. She's got the sleep on the A1. She's got the AoE sleep here with continuous damage, which is very nice. Very, very usable. And then here she's got an AoE, puts him to sleep for 1 turn. So lots of crowd control. She's got a lot of crowd control. She can be very hard to deal with. I feel like there was a lot of PvP utility with her. And then again, obviously in TOA. She's got lots of crowd control. She's going to be really good for that. Giant Warrior, that's what I was trying to think of. I know the Wind One is good. I don't know anything about the other ones, though. Give me a Nat 5. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. So that's how a blessing works. It's going to pop up 2 Nat 5s. I know nothing about this champ. I think that's a... What's that candy game? They did a collab with it. Cookie Kingdom? Maybe? I don't know anything about this champ. All right, let's take a look. Attacks the enemy. Decrease defense for 2 turns. Attack will deal more damage according to your defense. Escorts the ally with the lowest HP for 3 turns. Then charges towards the enemy target. Deals damage that increases according to your defense on the attacked target. And stuns for 1 turn. I don't know what escorts the ally with the lowest HP for 3 turns means. I'm not sure what that's a mechanic I'm not familiar with. Decreases the damage that your allies take by 200% of of your defense until the next turn starts. You will gain immunity to inability effects and have your attack speed decreased by 20% during this time. That seems like a very good arena defense thing. And she's fire. And then we've got increases the defense of ally monsters with fire attribute by 50%. Okay. Wind Paladin. Is Wind... Which Paladin is the fusible one? Is it Light? I feel like Light might be the fusible one. Attacks and stuns, 15% chance. Removes all harmful effects on the ally and makes him invincible. Recovers the HP of all allies by 20% and creates a shield that's proportionate to 20% of your max HP. Turns afterward grants immunity. What's really nice is it gives you a select later. I don't know who to pick here. So I'm gonna try to figure that out later, because I don't know who to pick. You can continue when you re-enter the summon hinge. Now, is it gonna let me continue to summon? Incomplete. So I have to choose. I have to make a choice right now. I really want to, like, I feel like she's the more interesting one, but I don't know. Let's do this. Let's select later. Let's go into arena real quick and see if we can look at the top ranks and see. Info? Rankings. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we can see what people are running. So let's take a look at some of the top teams and see what we got going on up here. If I'm even gonna recognize them with all the all the transmogs and stuff. So the water, I see the water one up here quite a bit. I believe the other one was the water one as well. I'm not entirely sure about that, but yeah, so the water one seems to be very popular up here. Doesn't necessarily mean the fire one's good, though. I didn't realize we could still pull Cookie Kingdom champs. I thought they were going to be out of the game when the collab ended. I'm just going to look at the top 10, and then we'll probably just go in and read a few reviews. There's M. Bison from when they did the Street Fighter collab. Really feel sad sometimes that I can't get into my old account because I had some of the Street Fighter champs. The water one's real popular up here. I see Molly is still very popular, the Light Mermaid as well. Some things never change, I reckon. All right, that's a cool looking champ. Let's go look at the monsters. You got rune enhancement materials. Oh, it's gonna make me do this real quick. Okay, let's go collection, let's go fire. Let's go. I don't know what her portrait looks like. Is it this one? I feel like it might be this one. Yeah. Let's... Good Guardian. Best defensive monster in the game. That's kind of what I was thinking. I feel like defense, she's going to be real good. Usage, arena. That's kind of what I was thinking. What's the difference in this one and the water one? So let's look at her awakened as well. We've got... I would love to know what changes when she gets awakened. Decreases damage. Her name is Alice. Escorts the ally with lowest HP. I still don't know what that means, but... I know her stats change, but like... Do none of the skills change? Doesn't appear any of the skills change. Anyway, let's look at the Wind Paladin real quick. Oh, I wanted to see how she compared to the water one. Dadgummit. Yeah, what's different? I think same thing. Same thing. Increases defense for 3 turns and becomes immune to harmful effects for 3 turns. Instantly recovers a turn afterwards. That's interesting. If an ally takes damage from an enemy, you have a 15% chance to offset that damage attack. Oh, see, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, that RNG element. I see why she's so popular. But I also think she's great for a go second team. All right, I'm still leaning her. I can't remember if the Wind Paladin was a super interesting champ. So let's see what people say about her. Yeah, people are still calling for her to be buffed. So we're gonna go with the fire chick. We're gonna go with the cookie chick, all right? I think that's gonna be the way to go. And we're also getting we're still getting at least one more NAT 5, so that'll be dope. I would love some light dark lightning. Some light dark lightning would be dope. All right, let's move up to the attribute scrolls. Then we'll do our light, dark, our legendary, and our transcendence, and get on out of here. And if anyone pops up that's interesting, we'll talk about them for a second. Copper, I'm a big fan of. I'll be doing a video soonish. I have to get some champs up and running, and we got the guild filled up, so we're going to be doing Guild Wars soon. And I'm going to be putting together a video about some relatively beginner-friendly Guild War teams that you could start to build. He's going to be one of the stars of the video. There's a comp you can build around this guy that's really, really good. He's got some really cool mechanics, and he's great for one-shotting someone at the beginning of a Guild Wars fight. So we'll be talking about him. He's really cool. That's pretty much it for him, though. He's not really that good anywhere else that I'm aware of, unless he's good in some of the newer content that I'm not familiar with yet. But I know in 3v3 PvP, Guild War style, he's actually really good. So he's one of the ones we'll be talking about when we get to that point. All right, let's see. No lightning in the wind winds. No lightning in the wind winds at all. I don't know what happened to my voice there. I don't know about the fire living armor. As far as I know, the wind wind's the only one that's got any utility. But again, don't know what's changed since I stopped playing. It's been a while. Knock out the water ones. I really hope we get some light dark lightning today. Is that a NAT 5? Oh! Let's go, baby! Let's go. This is not customary. This is not how it usually goes for me in Summoner's War. I historically have terrible luck. Water Druid. Stun on the A1. Increases defense. Okay, and recovers HP. Recovers HP of all allies. We'll have to go read his reviews when we get done here. So that's 2 NAT 5s, and we haven't even hit our Transcendent scroll yet. That's a win. I have had many 200 plus scroll summon sessions in my Summoner's War career that have not netted me a NAT 5 at all. So the fact that we've got 2 before we even hit our Transcendent scroll is super dope. Super dope. All right, let's hit this light dark scroll. Still no lightning. One of these days we'll hit some light dark lightning. Dark living armor. I don't think there's any. I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to. If anything comes up, I'll update you. All right, let's hit this legendary scroll. See if we get anything interesting. Who is that? Is that the water one? I don't think there's much to him. Don't remember. All right, Transcendent scroll time. Our first Transcendent scroll of the account. Let's see how it goes. That's a Hell Lady. Which one is it? Wind Hell Lady. I don't remember anything special about the Wind Hell Lady. But that doesn't mean that she's not special. Attacks the enemy with a sharp blade. So we got dots on the A1. We've got an AoE That's pretty good. Attacks an enemy target 5 times to steal 1 beneficial effect with each attack and stuns the enemy for 1 turn with a 30% chance. Chance of the enemy being stunned increases as the enemy's HP decreases after the attack. The stun is guaranteed. Ah. And then crit rate in arena. Interesting. Interesting. Let's take a look at them. Let's take a look. I'll have to do it from here. Water Druid, I wanted to see what people were saying. So they're saying he needs buffed. This was also in 2020. So who knows if that's still the case. I don't know that that necessarily means anything. I should have checked the date on the Wind Paladin one too, but I think I'm still pretty happy with the pick. I think I should have taken the Fire. She seems much more usable. And then what about you? Ethan. Her name's not Ethan when she's Ethna. Okay. I think she's probably going to be usable on offense. So we've got Leo and Ethna now. I'm trying to remember. One of the Hell Ladies was really good. I don't remember which one though. Fire? Didn't one of them have like a destroy? Was it the Hell Lady that had an HP destroy? Yeah, it was water one. The water one I think was the really popular one. She could destroy a shit ton of your HP. Wind one I'm not real familiar with, but we'll build her and use her. She seems usable for sure. Not a bad day, man. Not a bad day. I pulled... In my original account in Summoner's War, I played for 11 months before I pulled my first Nat 5, and then 7 more months before I pulled my second one. I did not get Nat 5s on my original account in the early days. Later in the account, I started spending a lot more money, so I started pulling more. But yeah, so pulling 3 today, which one was a Transcendent Scroll. But we still pulled 2, and probably about 180 shards. I don't know exactly how many we had. 180? No, 150-ish, I think. I didn't count before I did it. Not a bad day, and I think we got some pretty decent chance, honestly. I don't know much about the Water Druid. The Druids I'm not real familiar with. I think Wind Hell Lady's a pretty decent pull, and then I think the Fire Cookie Chick was a really, really good pull. So, not a bad day. Let's see if we can snag any more scrolls from our... I may have been calling them shards. Let's see if we can snag any more scrolls from here. I think we get a few from here, yeah. Actually, yeah, I think we're going to get at least another 10 pop. Yeah, let's knock these out real quick. Bonus summons. Who knows? Maybe there's something else sitting here. Getting lots of skill ups for the champs that I do like, which is good as well. Minotaur. Come on, give me one more lightning. Give me one more lightning. Don't do me like that. You jerk. There's been 17 scrolls with no lightning after saying what a good session it was. I've got quite a few crystals, but I don't really want to blow them just yet. I kind of want to make sure I sit on them and I'm able to burn through a lot of energy as we do farming and stuff. So I'm not going to spend much more on those right now. As they pile up over time, you know, we'll use them. And then I think I'm going to let my exclusives, my summon stones, pile up for a while as well. Because historically, I don't have a lot of great luck with these. And I want to wait at least until there's a really solid 4-star lineup that's really tempting. Because I'm not going to expect to pull Nat 5, so it'll be bonus. But I kind of want to let them pile up just kind of indefinitely and wait till we can do a huge session on a lineup that we really like. So we can see what's coming up. This is the current lineup. Like, this is a pretty good lineup of Nat 5s anyway. The Nat 4s, I think, are a little bit lackluster. I don't know much about these two. Zyros is really great, though. Win Unicorn, I remember being good, and he's also pretty good. But yeah, you can see what's coming up like weeks down the line, which I think is a pretty cool thing they do. So you can know for sure if you want to save or not. But nothing's particularly, I really like this guy. Nothing's particularly making me feel super tempted. So we're just gonna let them pile up indefinitely, and sometime down the line do a huge summon session. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope you got a little bit of info out of it. If you're new, we will do it again as the shards pile up. I'm not going to be wailing out or anything. I think that $100 spend on the Transcendence pack was the last spend I'm going to do for a while. But we'll still accumulate scrolls over time as we play from events and stuff. So we'll do more. And I'm going to, like I said, I've got some other videos I'm going to be working on. I'm going to try to do some Guild War offense, some relatively free-to-play friendly Guild War offense style stuff. We'll talk about Arena a little bit. I got some videos planned that we're going to have coming out over the next few days. So if you're new and you're trying to get caught up, I'm going to do my best to get you caught up. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you